All right, One Pride Nation. A little bit of roster news today with a new face on the practice squad and an old face returning to practice. So let's talk about it. First, Dan Campbell said that Christian Mahogany would be returning to practice this week. That's good news given that the interior offensive line has been a problem, especially since he went out. I don't expect him to be back this week. That would be quite the task, but we should have him to finish out the season. To the practice squad, we signed free safety Damontae Casey, who most recently spent time this season with the Browns before they opted to mutually part ways so he could find a new home where he might actually get some playing time. He's 32 years old, so he's on the wrong side of 30, but he is known for both his ball hawking skills and his hard hits. In 2018, he led the league in interceptions, and just a couple years ago with the Steelers, he pulled a Brian Branch and got a couple of penalties and I think a one-game suspension for his hard hits. So it'll be good to have him on the practice squad and then on the active roster, as we could certainly use the depth at safety. Additionally, I think that as we move through these next few games, if Kirby Joseph can't come back, we may have to shuffle around our secondary a little bit. And what I mean by that is Avonte Maddox played well in his 74 snaps. He was able to cover a large portion of the field. He was able to help with the run stop, and he was able to hit ball carriers after the catch, take them down. So with him playing free safety and our strong safety going down, I think he'll move to his more natural strong safety position. Now, we've had Thomas Harper back there at free safety, but he's in the concussion protocol. There's no guarantee he'll be back. We have Daniel Thomas as an option, but he was kind of shaky in his spots. We could bring Eric Hallett back, who did play in the Legion of Whom game against the Buccaneers and played fairly well. But I think we also have another option already on our 53, and that's Rock Ya-Sin. Now, if you remember, early in the season, he was playing at safety. He did time at safety at training camp preseason to kind of fill that role, as we thought that's where he would be used instead of cornerback before all the injuries happened. Now, in the last 4 weeks, Rock has only allowed a quarterback rating of 51.1 when he's thrown at. So he's playing exceptionally well. It may be a good idea to go ahead and give him a look at free safety and maybe have Nick Whiteside come in as CB2 in 3 cornerback sets when we have to move Amik to the inside. So tell me, Lions fans, with all this movement in our secondary, are you nervous going against the Rams? Or do you think that Shepard will put the right pieces in the right spots to shut it down? Let me know your thoughts on these roster moves in the comments below.